Day by the looks of things in Milton Keynes. Looking out my window here, it's a beautiful sunny day here too. In fact, I think it is everywhere. As we get the first Tour Championship semi-final underway, Judd Trump and Stephen Maguire set to do battle for a place in Friday's final. Also at stake, of course, the Coral Cup. Because if Judd wins today, he's already guaranteed that Coral Cup and the bonus of £100,000. However, if Stephen Maguire wins, he is in line for £250,000 payday if he can win the final. He needs to win that final to deny Trump the Coral Cup. Neil, given that Stephen Maguire didn't know he was going to be in this tournament a couple of weeks ago, £250,000 is quite a nice little bonus, potentially.
Yeah, and I think the best thing is he's kind of just treating it in the right way. Like, I didn't know I was playing here. He's been in lockdown, and the opportunity to play snooker now has come up, and he feels great about it. Probably more so than ever before. His outlook is absolutely right, which makes him a very dangerous player today, I think.
Yeah, Alan, I sometimes think players come in when they've got no pressure on them. They're not expected to perform. They can. Although, given that we saw him do so well on Saturday, do you think he now comes in with a slightly higher level of expectation?
I think he does, yes, in a word. I think that's exactly the way he'll be feeling. We've got a new bed a new cloth on the bed of the table today, so it'll be interesting how it plays early doors, reds along cushions, etc. It's going to be a belter of a match.
Sure is. OK, let's get it underway now then. Guiding you through the first 4 frames of this one, your match commentators are Joe Perry and David Hendon.
Well, it's a beautiful day again here in Milton Keynes, and the sun certainly shining this season on Judd Trump. 98 centuries throughout the campaign, but of course in the matches that we've seen so far, other players have taken the great building spoils, not least Stephen Maguire with an excellent performance on Saturday, 6 centuries. Of course, yesterday Shaun Murphy made 6 and was beaten. 4 players left then in the hunt for the Tour Championship title, and it is Judd Trump, who's won 6 ranking events this season, who gets us underway. It's still best of 17. So they play 8 frames here this afternoon. Maguire, he's that sort of character. He talked down his achievement. He said it was just a fluke. He struggled to make 50 today. Don't believe that for a minute. He was on the practice table this morning. I'm sure looking forward to this match and testing himself against the #1 player in the world. And he's got every reason, Joe, to be fully confident, hasn't he? It was a great performance on day one.
Yeah, that sort of performance, they don't come along very often, but they really do help with the confidence. But today's another day. And as snooker players, we know things can change very quickly. Expectation can sometimes be a very dangerous thing for a snooker player. You go out there expecting to play well. Doesn't always work out that way. So, new day, new start for Stephen. Try and put Saturday to the back of his mind and just concentrate on today's match.
It's worth saying he's had to stay here. That's part of the rules. Once you're in the bubble, you're in it until the event ends. So, obviously, he's just been watching the other players and doing a bit of practice over the course of the last few days.
Not a bad first effort there for Stephen. It was a tough opener. Got very close to it. He was having a little look at the pack here, Stephen. I think he was a bit concerned there could be a potential 3-ball plant here. It'd be a very aggressive opening shot from Judd, should he take it on. There you can see it's not set directly to the pocket, so we'll need just making a little bit. Yeah, that was very difficult. I was quite surprised he took that one on, but we know Judd likes to get in amongst them early, but that's gone wrong. So first chance to Stephen Maguire.
I'm sure they both remember their last meeting very clearly. It was back in March, and Trump made that incredible 70 clearance in the decider of their Players' Championship semi-final. Just a brilliant break to put himself into the final. Of course, went on to win the title. Would be something though, wouldn't it, if Maguire did end up winning this title and snaffling the Coral Cup bonus as well, bearing in mind he wasn't in this event until Ding pulled out.
Well, he's definitely got a chance. On first performance on Saturday, definitely in form. This is just what he's looking for. New bed on the table today. So we like starting all over again, getting used to the table again completely. Early on, Stephen's played 2 shots using screw on the cue ball, and he's got a lot of reaction out of the cue ball, so this cloth looks like it's very reactive.
Yellow ball.
Steve Maguire 5.
Judd Trump in the first round made a century and 4 half centuries. He's not bad going, but of course rather eclipsed by all the other feats of scoring that we've seen. John Higgins wasn't at his best, I think it's fair to say, but Trump still had to battle away to get the win. 2 more centuries needed to get to 100, but of course he wants 6 more to beat Neil Robertson's seasonal record of 103.
Clever little safety shot there from Stephen. Didn't look much, but blocked off the path to the red near the middle. And also the red closest to right corner, so going to be tough for Judd to get this one safe. He was in a tough spot there. Couldn't find a path back to baulk, so this is a much better chance now for Stephen. Good safety's earning this chance.
One.
We saw on Saturday Stephen at his sort of very best. His cue ball control was immaculate. Not so there though. Don't think he played a shot like that at all in his first round match. Every positional shot was spot on. That one's gone wrong.
No, I think it's a very good point, because people make comments about the pockets being generous, but the point is you've got to be in position to start with to pot balls. And he did control that cue ball superbly, but so far in this frame it just keeps going wrong.
Stephen Maguire 8.
That record of 6 centuries in a best of 17 stood for 3 days. It was equalled, of course, yesterday by Sean Murphy, who eventually lost to Mark Allen.
I think you would have got good odds on someone making 6 centuries in a match and not winning. Incredible that was yesterday.
I'm sure Trump is aware of the Coral Cup bonus as well, which will be his if he wins this match, but bottom line is it's a tough match this against someone banging form, playing, I guess, feeling that it's all a bonus because he shouldn't have been in the event. Ding should have been in it. They've had some good matches, these two. I mentioned the one in Southport. overall head-to-head does favour Trump 13-8. Played really well actually against Maguire in the quarterfinals of the World Championship last year. That's when he started to really turn it on at the Crucible.
One.
Just see Judd just flick his hand up there. I'm not sure he intended to pot that one. I think that was all about the safety shot.
It just seemed to flick the pink on the way through.
Yeah, I wasn't sure it first went. I didn't think he was even attempting the pot, so he acknowledged it as a fluke, so bit of good fortune there. Switching hands here for Judd. He said the other day he doesn't always look the most comfortable when he switches hands, but I don't see him miss too many. He doesn't like the way the cue ball is here, so it'll look good. Can't quite get comfortable at the moment. So, playing this right-handed. Yeah, not quite the control he would have normally. He's lost the cue ball there.
4.
Rob Spencer in the background, the referee, played a little starring role yesterday when he let go of the yellow. Thankfully it didn't career into the reds. It has looked at a possibility at one point. This is quite a long match, of course, first to 9, but these early frames important for players just trying to settle down, and already it's a little bit edgy early on.
Just Trump 4.
Looks like Judd can just get through to this red above the black. So if he can see it, he probably will be attempting the pot.
One.
Nicely played, but definitely was erring on the side of safety there, so might just see Judd trickle up behind the brown now. If he gets this nice and tight, could put Stephen in a lot of trouble because the reds are nicely spread.
Just Trump 1.
Well, Joe, that's the line that you've suggested for Stephen Maguire.
Yeah, I think the first line might be a little bit out, but I think that's looks like the only sort of safe spot on the table. Just one off the side cushion, getting behind that red near the middle pocket. Looks to be about the only sort of relatively safe spot on the table. I've played Stephen many times, and sometimes we can't see a safe spot. He sometimes just gives them a whack. And I think he was revving up there for one. Yep, decided on the whack. How's his luck? Oh, that's pretty good. He'd be delighted with that.
Will he ever? Just a couple of little late kisses, and it was Trump smiling. Doesn't mean he's happy, though. A couple of late kisses. Definitely there was a red on until the last moment there.
Yeah, Judd's not on his own. I've been on the end of a few of them from Stephen. I think he finds it highly amusing when he gets away with it.
What?
Oh, that was a well-played shot. Judged the cannon perfectly there. So, after a bit of good fortune, he's got another chance in this first frame.
Seven. 8. $14. $50.
Good part there. That was a bit tougher than what it looked on the screen. So, a few little positional errors from Stephen, but he's looking very strong again. Parting very cleanly.
$20. 22.
Of course, he's run up in the UK Championship this season to Ding Junhui, but his last ranking title is actually 7 years ago, the Welsh Open, 2013.
28.
Won a couple of other events this season, the World Cup with John Higgins for Scotland and the Six Reds event as well in Bangkok. But still, just 5 ranking titles to his name. I say just because I think a lot of people feel that he's such a good player. Surprising he's not won more.
$29.
Might take the opportunity here to play into these 2 reds. He's going to need a couple more reds after the loose one, so it might be a good idea to open a couple up now. And I decided to wait. He's going to have to do it on the next shot, unless that red sneaks past.
35.
Looks very tight.
$36.
This red must just sneak past the black. I'm not sure the cue ball's come far enough there, so we're very tight. Might just be hitting the other red first. Doesn't want to go in off.
Foul.
Oh, that's a careless one
Stephen
from
Maguire,
Stephen.
42. Judge Trump full.
He's looking to get the cue ball somewhere near the jaws there, but that could potentially be a big 4 points in this frame. Long way out. The misread there for Judd. Hasn't quite got the sight as set in just perfectly yet. No harm done though. Hasn't left this red.
Well, Trump's made little impact on this frame, but at least he's still in it. 46 the difference with 59 available. Could have been over by now.
Just a little bit weary here. Stephen doesn't want to bring reds into play if he can help it. He's got a nice lead with where the reds are situated. But it's going to be hard to get the cue ball back to balk. Oh, he's played that well. Took a bit of a gamble there. Just missed the pink. That was a very good shot.
Not every frame's going to be a century, despite appearances this week, and these scrappy frames can often be important, particularly with the player who's been in front. Maguire, he's a pretty good front runner in frames, I think, but not got one this one yet.
Foul.
Oh, he
A miss.
just caught the cue ball.
Judge Trump full.
Judd choosing not to put the cue ball back there, as that he wouldn't be able to play that shot had Stephen played it correctly. So took the opportunity to bring the 2 reds into play. So the table's looking a bit more fruitful now for Judd. Should he get a chance?
Yes, and those 8 points, they may come into it in this frame. Of course, the in-off earlier on was a bit clumsy from Maguire.
Stephen would love to take this red on, but I think the natural path for the cue ball is to cannon into the other red. He'd really love to take it on. It's one he'd fancy getting. Also, the other thing is he doesn't really want to move this red off the side cushion. It's the only bit of insurance he's got left in this frame. Good cue ball from Stephen, tight under that baulk cushion. As you can see, all 4 reds nicely in the open now, so makes this safety battle even more important. Shot to nothing here for Stephen, I think. Red 2 up from the cushion. Can play this, send the white between the pink and yellow back to baulk.
Well, he was in control of this frame, well and truly, not so long ago. Trump just keeping the pressure on him, though. There's some safety here. 42 points in it, 59 available. Of course, that black on the top cushion favours Maguire at the moment.
Well,
Oh, that's a bit of a sickler for Judd there. I don't think he saw that one coming. That was a great shot from Stephen. Half attempted the pot. He knew it was going close to that corner, but got the cue ball back as well. Got himself out of a spot of bother there. It was a fantastic shot. Now got the opportunity to put the green on the side cushion. So he's just swung this frame back heavily in his favour after that shot.
Stephen Maguire won.
So Maguire looking for one more red here to put the frame safe. 28 minutes this opening frame. Well, here's a chance.
One.
So not the blizzard of breaks that we saw from Maguire on day one, but He's grafted away to get 44 in front, 43 on. That's minus a colour.
Pink ball.
Yellow safe, green safe. Not looking too good for Trump this frame. Pink going safe as well. Black on the cushion.
On the first frame.
And in fact, he's seen all of that and decided, what's the point? So Judd Trump has conceded, and after 29 minutes, it's Stephen Maguire who claims first blood in the first semi-final of the Tour Championship here in Milton Keynes. He's leading Judd Trump 1-0. Remember, 9 frames the target to reach Friday's final.